Hi loves, what's up? It's Christina Giselle. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I post videos on motherhood and lifestyle, and today I'm going to be going over my top newborn essentials. So if you're a pregnant mom or a new mama, continue to watch to the end. So my number one essential for newborn babies is the My Best Friend pillow. So you guys may have heard of this before because it is a really popular item. And I truly believe that even though it is specifically for breastfeeding moms, I think it would be great for a mom that is feeding a bottle of formula as well. It's important because it helps give your baby that cushion and elevation that you need, as well as it straps around you so you don't have to worry about your pillow moving every time you're trying to get comfy in the seat that you're feeding your baby in. As well as I like that it has a pocket for your cell phone or for water, because us breastfeeding moms need to stay hydrated. As well as I like it because it has a little bump on it as well for your baby's head support. It also has a cover that zips on and off, so if your baby spits up on it or you want to clean it anytime or get a new one, you can. So I find this to be really essential, especially if you plan on feeding your baby at the hospital for the first time. Having your baby have a comfy area for it to be placed on while you're feeding it on your lap, as well as having it have the elevation to prevent your baby from being gassy, is so important. So I definitely think this is why it's my number one pick. So my number two pick for newborn babies essentials is the Vix Air Humidifier. Having a humidifier is so important for newborn babies because you need to keep the air cool and clean for them, and it helps prevent them from getting stuffy and getting cold. And the reason I like the Vix one specifically is because it has an insert to be able to give that Vix vapor rub scent throughout the room that you have it in, so it allows that vapor rub to be breathed in, and it has different scents for your baby. And I just found that so essential, even for us adults, if you want to use it after you have your baby. I found it so helpful for me when I felt stuffy, and I just think this is such an important item to have for a newborn, especially in their nursery or whatever room that you plan on having your baby sleep in. So the number three newborn essential I found to be so important is the FisherPrice Soothing Motions Bassinet. Now, when I made my baby registry, I wanted to make sure I put things that were affordable because I was on a budget, as well as I knew I didn't want people spending a lot of money on gifts for my registry. Me and my husband were getting a new house, as well as having our first time baby, so we were on a strict budget. So this baby bassinet was so affordable, under $200. I believe I'll be sure to leave all the items in the description box so that you guys could be able to shop. The reason I like it specifically is because it has mesh sides, so you don't have to worry about your baby's face getting stuck on the side, God forbid suffocating, as well as it has a built-in mobile. It has a feature where it vibrates to help soothe your baby while they sleep, as well as it has the option to have white noise and classical music. And it also has like a really cute little light feature where it shines little stars on the ceiling for your baby. So I found this bassinet to be so helpful. It's super affordable, and I think it's just as good as those really expensive bassinets that they have, especially since your baby is not going to be sleeping in the bassinet for long. I know my baby moved out the bassinet at like 4 months when she learned to roll over, so you really don't want to spend that much money on that. So that's why it's definitely my number three essential. The fourth newborn essential I found to be really important is a sound machine. Now, whether you use something like the Hatch, which I definitely recommend, is the best sound machine out there. It's able to have a light feature and different sounds that you can control from your phone. It has a cool app that you're able to control the features when you're not in the room, as well as I find it really important to have a portable sound machine like the Skip Hop Owl portable sound machine that I used whenever I took my baby for a walk or long car rides, or even when I wasn't next to my Hatch sound machine. So definitely make sure you guys get one of those because it is so helpful when it comes to being able to calm your baby and put your baby to sleep. So the fifth newborn essential I found to be so important was my summer infant bath seat. Now, I tried so many different bathtubs for my baby when she was first born, and I just wish I had the summer infant bath seat from the jump. It's so important because I found that my baby just hated being in the bathtub, and the ones that I found, she just slid around. I like the seat because it's like a little shower chair that I can just put into my sink because I just wasn't ready also to put her in the bathtub because she was just so little. She was able to just sit there and chill, and we were able to just give her a quick little bath, and she just found it so comfortable. It was like just having her sit in a chair. So I would definitely recommend this over a bathtub, and having this, especially within the first month of having your newborn, is just so important. So the sixth newborn essential I found to be so helpful is sleepers, specifically sleepers with mittens and zippers. I can tell you that my baby was in sleepers probably like the first month of life every day. They're just so comfy and helpful, and they're able to keep the baby just warm all day. Your baby is going to be sleeping majority of the day, so just having them in a sleeper is so comfy. And the reason mittens are important is because you will find out that infant nails just grow so fast, as well as you don't want your baby to always be putting their hands on their face or in their mouth. Specifically, I wanted to prevent my baby from sucking her thumb, as well as scratching her little face, as well as I wanted zippers because in the middle of the night when you're changing your baby, you do not want to be dealing with buttons and trying to figure out which button matches which. Don't want to have to deal with zippers that are only on the top. I recommend getting zippers that are on the top and the bottom, so that way you're only unzipping from the bottom half of their body and you don't have to get them all cold and undress them completely. So I definitely recommend sleepers with mittens and zippers. So the seventh item that I recommend for newborn essentials is a bouncer. Oh my gosh, how much I love my bouncer. Without my bouncer, I probably wouldn't be able to go to the bathroom, take a shower, put my baby down. I mean, the list goes on. So it is so important that you get a bouncer. Specifically, I just got a regular FisherPrice bouncer that was like under 50 bucks, but there are a lot of different bouncers out there that, you know, they cost a lot of money, but you know what, whatever your budget is, as long as you get a bouncer, having a bouncer is so important just to be able to just put your baby down. It has different features like vibrating. Get yourself a bouncer, you'll thank me later. So the eighth item that I found to be a newborn essential is a nail buffer / filer. These are so important because, like I said earlier, your baby's nails are going to grow so fast, and when they're infants, it's like these nails are razor sharp. So you have to make sure you stay on top of keeping them filed and cutting them, and using a regular nail cutter is not easy. I tried it in the beginning while she was sleeping and it worked. But when she became more like aware and she was a few weeks in, it was just kind of impossible to be able to cut her nails without, like, you know, cutting an extra piece of skin or just hurting your baby in general. So I recommend this filer because it's so easy. It takes batteries, it has different attachments. You're just able to file and buff your baby's nails down while they're sleeping or even while they're awake. And I just found it so essential and so important to be able to cut your baby's nails. So the ninth item that I find to be a newborn essential is receiving blankets. Receiving blankets are really important because every time you have a guest over, or every time you hold your baby, every time your baby spits up, or even every time you just want to put your baby down and not have them be put on an area that you don't know is that clean, you're going to use a receiving blanket. Whenever somebody came over, I made sure I had a receiving blanket on their body so that my baby's skin wouldn't be irritated, as well as every time I hold my baby or I put my baby on like my best friend, I use a receiving blanket, as well as every time they spit up. So receiving blankets are really important, as well as you want to find ones that are still soft every time you wash them. I know I got mine from Target and Carter's, and they stayed in really good condition as I still use them to this day. My number 10 essential is a baby lounger. Personally, I recommend the DockATot or a dupe of the DockATot that they sell on like Amazon. Now, when I first had my baby, I did not buy a DockATot, and I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. They're pretty expensive, and I know us mamas that are on a budget, we question whether we should get it or not. But I'm here to tell you that I wish I got it before my baby came, because I wound up getting it a little too late in the game, and it definitely prevented me from having some more sleep and some less stressful moments, because when I did wind up ordering it for my baby, she thought it was just the comfiest thing. I was able to put her down. She was able to nap in it. I mean, they don't recommend sleeping in the DockATot, but if you're watching your baby and you're keeping a close eye, then that's specifically what it's for. I know some mamas even put it in the bassinet. This thing is just so helpful to have because it's another place where you can just put your baby down, because holding your baby all day is just something you do not want to do. You need to find places to put your baby down, and the DockATot just makes your baby feel so snug and cozy, but you want to make sure that you get your money's worth by getting it before your baby comes, or within at least the first week or two, because it's not that big, and if you are on the taller side and your baby is long, they will grow out of it very quickly. And that is what happened to me because I got it so late. But definitely get a baby lounger as a baby essential. And the number 11 newborn baby essential for me is Aquaphor. If you are questioning what type of diaper rash ointment to use, definitely use Aquaphor. Aquaphor for babies is the best thing because my baby has, God forbid, never gotten a diaper rash, doesn't really have dry skin, and I just found it to be so important to use since the beginning. I know there are so many different type of diaper rash ointments and creams, but trust me, Aquaphor is going to be the only ointment you need if you want to prevent diaper rash, so I definitely recommend it. So the 12th item that I believe is a newborn essential is a carrier, specifically the Ergobaby infant carrier. I'll be sure to link the specific one below because there are a lot of different Ergobaby carriers, but this one I found so important because it is the easiest baby carrier to use and get your baby in, because I do find carriers to just be so confusing, and it really is a turn off when you don't even know how to get your baby in it. So I recommend doing this because if you want to be able to just get around the house, not like I said, your baby, you don't always want to put your baby in a bouncer or the DockATot, and you want to be able to clean and have your baby close to you, I recommend having a carrier, specifically this one, because it is just soft and comfy, and my baby was able to stay in it for a few different months, so it's definitely worth the investment. And the 13th item that I believe is a definite newborn essential is a Click Connect system. So I was able to get the Graco Click Connect system. I found it just so important to have because when you're taking your baby to a family member's house or a doctor's appointment, you want to be able to just take them from the car seat and just click and connect them into the stroller. You don't want to have two different car seats and strollers, and you have to take your sleeping little comfy baby outside of the car seat just to put it in a stroller to get them going. So having a Click Connect system will just be so helpful in being able to just get your baby from one place to another. So trust me, look into them, whether you get my Graco one or you find a different brand, just make sure you get a Click Connect stroller system. I hope you guys found my top newborn essentials to be super helpful, and I hope you're able to get some of these items, if not all. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can find out when my next video comes out. I love making these videos for you guys, and just remember, I'm teaching you guys from my experience, and I want you to be able to get a jump start on things that I wasn't able to get a jump start on. So I hope you guys are doing well, you're staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video.